Okay, so a lot of people are freaking out about the Democrats voting to reopen the government, right? But not us. Not here. Not the 4am Club, right? Y'all, this is what we've been training for. This is what we've been doing all year, right? But I know a lot of you are new. Okay, so I'm going to cut you some slack. I'm going to break it down. Number one, why we should not be freaking out yet. And number two, how we ride through the storms like this as a group with our positivity and our spiritual energy intact. So first, we're going to break down the political reality, the big picture, what's actually going on, and then we're going to get into the mindset, the energy, the spirituality, how we manage ourselves, and tap into our divine creator ability at this time. This is also good for those who are freaking out, those who need some mindset work, those who need help being talked off a ledge, okay? This is what we do here. Okay, what's really going on politically? Good Lord, I have seen so many videos and so many comments of people freaking the fuck out. All right, we're not doing that. Because first of all, most of those videos, most of those comments are not accurate. No, the Democrats did not vote to give away your health care. No, they did not vote on the spending bill. What they did do is say, hey, we are willing to come and sit down and work this out now. We're willing to vote in certain ways that allow the government to reopen. There is a lot of procedure going on here. It's very nuanced, it's very technical, it's a bit above my pay grade. So I'm gonna tag a few videos here to show you other creators who know this stuff a lot more than I do, what the procedure actually is and how things are going to move forward. This is not a one and done. They did not vote to take your rights away or take your health care away, okay? And while some of them, yeah, maybe scabs, don't love it, the fight is not over. There's still a lot going on and a lot yet to happen. So this means, first of all, we can keep doing our actions. We can keep calling, we can keep writing letters, we can keep using our energy to push for the things we do want. And secondly, you know what this means, right? When the shutdown's over, even Mikey J himself said that he will swear in the new Congresswoman from Arizona, which does what now? It pushes forward actions on releasing the Epstein files. So I, for my part, see this as a strategic move. I'm hearing a lot of comments of people saying, but I wasn't ready to cave and they caved for me. But I've been hearing a lot more comments of people, federal workers, people who rely on SNAP and other governmental income are really desperate and really losing hope. I personally see these actions as Democrats trying to force the hand of the Republicans to at least get them to the table. There are still a number of negotiations and a number of votes left to happen before this thing is done and dusted. So we're not going to catastrophize. We're not going to give up hope yet. And that leads us to the second major point of this video. What do we do here in the 4am Club? We use our mantras for terrible times. We manage our emotions. We watch our projections. First and foremost, I would ask you to get curious about those of you who did catastrophize and go into panic. I would ask yourself, why? Now, I'm not being flippant and I'm not victim blaming you. Of course, people are freaking out. This is a really fucking intense time, right? But what we do here is self-healing. What we do here is get curious and introspective, and we try to figure out the snares and tangles of our mind that allow us to perceive the world in a chaotic way rather than a supportive way. So if your narrative about this action was something to the effect of, no one's coming to save us, they caved, they let us down, we're all gonna die, get curious about why that was your narrative. And I would ask you, where did that begin? Where did that start? It didn't start today, this morning, this week. Where else in your life has this been your narrative? Where else has this been your truth? Because as I've been saying all year, what's happening out there, the chaos in political America today, it's all an opportunity and an invitation to go deeper into your own personal healing. What is the outside world reflecting about how you feel? About where you've been wounded, and thus as a result, how you choose to view the world, and what options and solutions you are basically closing yourself off from. If your worldview is everything is terrible, no one's coming to save us, we're all fucked, then those are the only options available to you. It's not only spirituality, that is neuroscience. Now, if this is all new to you, or if this is still challenging for you, I got you. Yeah, I got you. First of all, I have a free shadow work guidebook, which does exactly this. It's a series of introspective questions to help you get into the subconscious of all of this. Why did I believe that? Why was that my story? Why was I so ready to believe it and give in and go into panic? When did this begin? What else could this be about? You can download that totally for free at my website. I also have an emotional playlist. It's, I believe, about 70 videos long. It's burly, I know, but I'm going to point you to a couple of videos right now. They're going to help right off the bat. The first video is number 74. It's about projections, owning your projection. And really what a projection is an assumption we have about someone or something, and we put it out there, either onto the other person or onto the scenario, and we claim that it is objective truth. This is absolutely their intention. This is absolutely what's happening. No, you do this. It's a way of taking our subconscious fears, beliefs, ideas, and putting them on someone else, making the other person to blame for our belief and our perspective. There are other things we do with projections, but for the purposes of this argument, this is the important one to look at. Because when you take what's going on in you and you project it onto someone else, not only are you bypassing your responsibility, but you are giving away the power to solve your fear, your emotionality, your problem. You are making yourself a permanent victim. You're taking away any opportunity for you to work through this, see it differently, solve your problem, and experience a different result. Or I guess in manifestation, you would say you're not able to align yourself with the highest outcome. So video 74, emotional support playlist. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll include it in the caption. It's going to help you understand this a bit more and become more empowered in your process. And finally, who could forget my mantras for terrible times? These are game changers, y'all. These are game changers, in particular, two of my favorite. How good could this get? And what's the best that could happen? You can find my video, Mantras for Terrible Times. It's number 14 in the emotional support playlist. Again, if you're on YouTube, I'll put it in the caption. This is basically triage, first aid, first line of defense against this panicking and the spiraling and breaking the old thought processes. This also helps you be discerning in what you watch and listen to and whose opinions you unconsciously or consciously adopt as your own. We see a lot of hand wringing, a lot of hairs on fire here on social media. But just because someone is so confident that we're cooked doesn't mean we actually are. So these mantras for terrible times not only help us in managing our own anxiety and our own catastrophizing, but it helps us break out of the cycle of just blindly getting carried away with every opinion you see out there. It helps us stay calm, confident, and most importantly, look for the highest outcome. Because y'all, if you've been on this ride for the past year, we know that there have been thousands of things, okay, maybe hundreds, lots. There have been lots of things to freak out about. But the more we go down this road, the more we see, oh, actually, that didn't happen. Actually, that opened the door for something else to happen, and on and on. This is how we stay in the fight. This is how we have the energy that sustains us through long-term activism work. And basically, it'll just help you not be a basket case. So I hope this helps. Actually, no, it will help. It will help you. And those of you who've been with me on this journey for a while, who know our mantras for terrible times, who've been doing the work with me, let them know in the comments how this has helped you. This is how we do it, fam. Arm in arm, shoulder to shoulder, onward together.